Hello, my name is Jochen Rau. I'm a core developer of TYPO3, an open source content management system. Today I'm going to show you how to query the linked data cloud within TYPO3. So let's start with the clean installation of TYPO3. We have an introduction package. You can download it on typo3.org. So first I have to install my extension. It's called Semantic. And I go to the admin tools, extension manager. Okay, and I fetch it from the remote repository. So I type in semantic, that's the extension key, and I import it. It's currently beta, but it will be stable within a few days. Okay, I imported it, close the window, and now I have to install it. And there are several tables, and one table contains default namespaces. I'll come back to that later, but if you want to have your namespaces preserved, then uncheck this checkbox. Make updates, close window, okay. Looks good. Okay. Now I have to import the static templates, the TypoScript templates. I do that with an extension template on this page. So click for template, give it a name, semantic, and include the templates. Basic settings template. There is an RDFA template. I'll come to that in a later episode, next episode. The SPARQL Client. Okay. So the next step, I get a new page, and I call it the SPARQL admin page. Okay, I edit the page properties, make it visible and switch to left and main column. Okay, so, and on this page I put my SPARQL admin plugin for the front end. So I put some content element. So take the wizard now, and I go to the plugins, and there is a general plugin. Put it in the normal column, the middle column. Okay, and I specify the plugin. It's the SPARQL Query Admin. Yeah, just select it. It's okay. Accept that. And I have to change my behavior because I have to specify where to find the records, the query records. So, okay, it's the same page, SPARQL admin. I can do that with a sys folder, but for now it's okay to have this on the same page. So the next step, let's enter some SPARQL queries. And SPARQL is a query language that's used for, or that's a standard of the W3C. And yeah, I enter a new, it's people born in Boston before 1900. I save that, and well, I have to specify the endpoint I want to query, so I add a new endpoint, and there is some help available for everything, and these are additional namespaces. These are the default namespaces, the default profile specified by the W3C. There's also query body and limit and offset and so on. So I add a new endpoint, and I give it a name. It's a query for Wikipedia content, and the IRI is http://dbpedia.org/sparkle. Okay, so I have this selected, and now I enter my query body. So I say select. It's quite similar to SQL. Name. And I want to have the birth date and need a death date. So select this from where I have a resource. So type in a new variable, resource, and this is or should be person. And fourth is a vocabulary. So this is a standardized vocabulary I can use, resource. So I have this friend of a friend, fourth, then the name is name. I have to specify what the name is. And okay, oops, oh, yeah. So the next step is I want to have them born in Boston. So I use DBpedia's vocabulary DBO birthplace, and this should be the DBpedia resource Boston. Okay, resource birth. Now comes the birth date, and this should go birth date. Last thing, resource DBO death date, same here, and this is bound to the variable death date. So these are all triples, and I have to filter them because I only want to have them the birth date before 1900, and this is just a string 1900 date string, and I specify the data type, and the syntax is a little bit different from SQL. So date. So now I have a filter, and close that. Order by, let's order it by birth date. Okay, and you can see it has a nice syntax highlighting, and yeah, the default namespace, I have to add them. There are a couple of namespace or vocabularies you can use right away, or you can reuse, and okay, looks good. Now save this and go to the front end. Yep, customize. There's the new page, SPARQL admin. Okay, and now I have a list of queries, and I can edit them in the front end with the same syntax highlighting, the vocabularies and namespaces, and the SPARQL endpoints. I can use that. But for now, I just want to execute it. So I type in execute, and it fetches the data right from Wikipedia. And there it is. Wow. And I have a nice pager here. I can flip through the pages, and all the data gets cached. So even if Wikipedia is not available or DBpedia is not available, I can show my content anyway. Oh, nice. Yeah, we have to do some editing here for DBpedia or Wikipedia. Okay, and the birth date and the titles of the table were taken from the query. So let's go back, and well, the next thing is how can an editor place some content on a page defined by the query. So I want to put some content on the page customizing TYPO3. And I switch to the page module, which is the normal module, or the module an editor will use for that. And I place a new special element. It's called semantic web content. And I click on this, put it on the normal or the middle column, and I type in a header list of people. The subtype, the people of Boston, it's already selected. It's the query, and I can select it layout and paginate query result. Okay, that should be the same output as before, but now as a content element. As you can see, there is a new content element with a pager. Yeah, but you can also switch the layout to say plain table or plain list or raw format. And I save this. Okay, and I go back to the front end, and let's see what happened. reload the page, and there it is. It comes right off the cache, gets formatted as a plain table. So what else can we do? We can have raw, and we can have a custom template code. That means that you can enter your fluid template code directly into the content element, and you have nice syntax highlighting as well. So let's enter some fluid code for that. And the results, the query results, are available through the results query object. And I loop over those results as a result, and I would put that as a paragraph. Should be bold. No. I have this object accessor. the single result, I take out the name of the person, and I want to have the value. You can also have a type or whatever. But I take the value. So close that, and close the paragraph. Okay. Now, let's add some more. I want to have the birth date. So result, birth date, value, and okay, now cross. Well, I guess that's what's that? Okay, should be on. Okay. Now result, death date, value. Okay. Now let's save that, go to the front end and reload the page. Okay, reloaded. Now we have it in a nice format. So we go back and add some more features. I want to link this name with some more information. And I want to add the resource as a variable to my query result set. And the resource is basically a URI or an IRI that specifies where I can get more information about this resource, about this person. So I link this to an external URI, and I enter the result, the resource dot value. Okay, and it's red, so I have to close the stuff. Whoop. Well, there. Where it comes, the syntax handling is very handy here. External. So now it's closed, and I save this for now. It's okay. Save this, go to the front, and reload the page. See what's happened. Okay, now it's linked, and I can click on a name, and it's directly connected to the DBpedia page about the person I have selected. So there are a lot of properties and values you can query for. The death date, that's actually the date we queried for. So you can take those properties and build your own query with them. And there is a lot of data in Wikipedia you can query, and there are a lot of endpoints in the linked data cloud. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show you. And let's see what we can do now. You can define your own SPARQL queries. You can download TYPO3, of course, and play around with the semantic web features. And remember, it's free, it's open source, and you can contribute to the extension. And you find us on typo3.org and on the links I have in the show note. Thanks for watching.